So, am I equal to 0 in this equation? That's what I want. No, I'm not. How can I get it equal to 0? We can subtract 54 from both sides. Then these will cancel, and we will get x squared minus 3x equals 0. Or, no. Whoa. Minus 54 equals 0. Okay, so we're equal to 0. My x squared is positive, so we're good there. So now I want to factor. How do I factor this thing? The diamond, this is a trinomial. So I'm looking for two terms that multiply to negative 54 and add up to negative 3. 9 and 6. Which one is negative? The 9. So we have x minus 9 times x plus 6 equals 0. And what are my two factors here? X minus 9 and x plus 6. So we're looking for the two possibilities for x that will make the equation equal to 0. So we set each one equal to 0. X minus 9 equals 0. So we get x equals positive 9. And x plus 6 equals 0. We subtract 6 from both sides. X equals negative 6. So my answer would be x equals 9, negative 6. Okay, example number 5. We're just moving right along. So this time we have 16x minus 64 equals x squared. Are we equal to 0 here? No. How can we get it equal to 0? Subtract the x squared. Okay? So let's subtract x squared from both sides. So then what am I going to get? Negative x squared plus 16x minus 64 equals 0. So we're equal to 0. Is my largest term positive though? No. So what am I going to do? No, not no solution. We could multiply it by a negative, right? Or we could add x squared to both sides, subtract 16x from both sides, add 64. Why don't we multiply by negative? So let's multiply by negative, but remember, whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So we have to multiply the other one by negative. Let's say times negative 1. So what would that give me? Positive x squared minus 16x plus 64 equals 0. Good job, guys.
Good job.
Yeah, so you can multiply by a negative. How could we have avoided this whole thing?
Oh, we could have put the x on the side.
We could have subtracted 16x and added 64, right?
Wait, why are we multiplying by negative?
Because we're multiplying by a negative because the x squared was negative and we need it to be positive.
Oh.
So we just multiplied by a negative on both sides to make it positive. Yep. Okay, so then can I factor this?
Yeah.
So two terms that add up to 64, or multiply to 64 and add up to negative 16. Negative 8 and negative 8, so let's factor. X minus 8 times x minus 8 equals 0. What are my two terms here? X minus 8 and x minus 8. So we set each one equal to 0. And we solve. So we add 8 to both sides. X equals 8. We add 8 to both sides here. X equals 8. Oh my gosh, they're the same. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. We just crossed the x-axis at one point. So we would get x equals 8. Yep.
Cool.
Okay, so example 6. This time they ask you to find the zeros of the function by rewriting the function in intercept form. And they give us y equals x squared plus 7x minus 30. Okay. So this one looks a little bit different than the ones we've done before. Why? Because there's a y in it, so what are we going to do? Exactly. Well, let's think about it. If what we're looking for is essentially the x-intercepts, right? What did we do before when we were looking for the x-intercepts? We set y equal to 0. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing here. And if we look at our previous examples, that's exactly what we've been doing anyway. Do you guys see any y's in any of these previous examples? No, because y is already set equal to 0. So that's all we have to do. So all they want us to do in this case is to set y equal to 0 and then solve the way we have been doing. So we're going to say 0 equals x squared plus 7x minus 30.
So does that mean that y is always going to be 0?
When we're solving, we are always going to set y equal to 0. Yep. But this isn't really the function. This is just 2 points on the function. When we have y equals something, that's actually the function that gives us the entire parabola. Setting it equal to 0 just gives us these 2 points. Okay, can we factor this? Yes. So let's do our diamond really quick. We're looking for two terms that multiply to negative 30. Add up to 7. Abby, what was it? Positive 10, negative 3. So let's factor it. 0 equals x plus 10 times x minus 3. And what are my two factors, guys? X plus 10, x minus 3. So we have x plus 10, x minus 3. So we set each one equal to 0. And x minus 3 equals 0. And to solve the blue one, we subtract 10 from both sides. X equals negative 10. The other one, we add 3 to both sides. X equals positive 3. So my two answers, x equals negative 10, x equals 3. And that's it. That's the only difference. So the only thing that changed this time is that they gave you the actual function, and you have to recognize that what we're really looking for is the x-intercept. So we just set the y equal to 0. Okay, so let's try example number 7. This is the last one. Okay, so example number 7, we have y equals x squared minus 10x plus 25. Alright, I am not equal to 0, so what do I have to do? Set y equal to 0. So I get 0 equals x squared minus 10x plus 25. Now I want to factor this, so I'm looking for the two numbers that multiply to 25 and add to negative 10, negative 5 and negative 5. So 0 equals x minus 5 times x minus 5. We set each one equal to 0. So x minus 5 equals 0 and x minus 5 equals 0. I add 5 to both sides. X equals positive 5, and what's the other one? Same thing, x equals positive 5. So I only have one answer in this case. X equals positive 5. And that's it. That's all of it.